Our next speaker is in sunny Southern California. He was doing 80 to 100 million a year in sales, living the life, and he saw the EXP webinar. Help me welcome Daneil Beer. Give him a hand.
All right, so actually, unexpectedly, I am going to begin with an announcement that I've gone independent. See, every one of us has gone independent. And there's a huge shift in what our industry is doing and finally maturing and catching up with, say, the financial services industry, that we are now starting to behave appropriately like professionals, service professionals. See, this realization hit me when my financial advisor called me and she said, Dan, I'm leaving Morgan Stanley. I'm going independent. That was her language. I'm going independent. And I've decided to start my own company. It's going to be called Clear Sky Wealth, blah, 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 blah. I hope you bring your accounts with me. And I said, sure, of course, move them over. I'm with you, etc. So what was interesting to me was that when I got my first statements, what did they say? When I got my first statements, I came to realize that she was clearing the deal through Schwab. Others clear through LPL. And in her industry, the language she used was that she'd gone independent. See, they understand that you're building a great business, which every one of us is doing within this platform. Schwab is the platform through which she clears liability. She understands that taking on the liability of simply mechanically clearing the deal isn't really where the money's made in her business. Not unless you're clearing however many millions of deals Schwab clears. Then maybe there's a little bit of scale. So I share this with you so that what you understand, first of all, you are on an incredible platform that because you're going to clear your deal through this license versus another, we get access to all of the collaboration and all of the additional revenue streams and wealth building vehicles that are present here at EXP. And I'm sharing it with you so that if you're talking to someone who's thinking about going independent or perhaps is independent, truly, I am independent as well. I wasn't being facetious. I am independent. I run the beer home team who clears its deals. In our business, we call it brokers through EXP. Does that make sense? My story is I was buying a market center at Keller Williams. I was literally in the very final stages of negotiating that purchase. And in the meantime, for over a year, I had understood revenue share. I had understood stock. I'd understood everything, all of those components about this company, but I had completely ignored them. I didn't care about them. And I share this with you because the people that you're simply pushing that, they might not care either. When I started to care, and thank God my sponsor, Curtis Johnson, just found you right here. In the very last moments before I'm about to do this deal, he announced that he had come to EXP. And so I quickly reached out to him. I remember I was in Deer Valley. I pulled away from my family. I said, I need 20 minutes. I have to call Curtis. And in talking with him, I finally understood why I do care about the revenue share, the stock component. It's because it's the vehicle that pulls us together to create the most open sharing and collaboration environment in the industry. See, I'm very well connected to how did my business go from 10 million to 20 in production, or how did we reach 50, how did we reach 80, how did we get to 100, how did we go up from there? And it was based on people and what I would, the sharing that came with that. Having said that, aren't most masterminds, aren't most of them, here's what we do, but it's not here's how we do it. Or they might be very open with mindset, but not necessarily with do this, then that, then press that button and get a listing. And whether right or wrong is just human nature, when I realized that there was a financial alignment of great minds and some of the biggest and most influential, incredible thinkers and producers in our industry that were here, and that together we would be able to, because of the financial interest that we both have as owners and this revenue share vehicle that's been talked about a lot today, that would create the most open, most detailed, and most specific sharing that exists in our industry, and I found that to be true. I hope you have as well. That is the biggest impact point for most agents. And I'll tell them, see, I don't even care if you ever see $1 or a dime of revenue share. The revenue share is still unbelievably important to you. They say, what do you mean? Well, it doesn't seem to make sense. And I say, no, it's incredibly important to you because it's the reason we're going to so openly share with you. It's the reason that 50 and 100 and 200 million dollar producers will open their cell phone to you and they're yours. They literally go to work for you. And they want you to win. It's because of that. So it's incredibly important to all of us. No, of course, later they find out they do end up seeing money from it. But I want them focused on that first. And I rarely do this. Jay, I just saw your text. Not funny. I'll leave you with this last thought. Your revenue share group, these, and by the way, how cool is this? Because I just pulled up my screen, an hour ago. So when I sent this to Brent, it was really at 5:29, and I just estimated I'd probably be at 5:29 today. At lunch, I found out I'm at 5:35. And it's pretty amazing, right? That happened while I played golf today. Isn't that cool? Wow. We are techie. That's good. Love on your revenue share group. Love on the entire company like it's your company because it's your company. Love on your revenue share group just like you would think about your team. Isn't it actually the exact same thing? It's the identical, it's not even an analogy, it is the same thing. See, when when a beer home team member sells a home, I make a portion of that. I make some money. When one of these 535 agents across 22 states sell a home on an uncapped deal, make some money. Now, that money is far less than, say, a beer home team deal, right? The split structure is different, but so is the oversight. So is the overhead, so is the management. And so it's genuinely, it is your real estate team. And while others have been killing themselves to expand to location 2, sometimes just an hour away, and boy, that's tough, and to the state across the way, and so on. In 10 months, I accidentally went to 22 states. So thank you, Curtis, for taking that call. Jay, you jumped on that call pretty quickly thereafter. We got on the phone with Mark Z. Mark Z now has, triple figures under him, and it's been an unbelievably fun time. And that's what I'll leave you with, man. How fun is this, and how fun are the relationships that we've built? I love what the speaker before me said. Stay a real estate company first, because this is how is money shared? It's literally an internal referral fee system on a home that's sold. So let's sell a lot of homes. Let's have a ton of fun. And thanks for having been here. And to all my partners in the room, that's every single one of you, have an awesome day.